Shell had originally said that we needed to. Oh, what did she say? Little bits of TLC, I think she said.
Just needs a little bit of like
TLC.
TLC, yeah. Just a little bit of TLC.
What do you think about your new home, kids? Go on, just one smile. That's all we need. One smile. You gonna smile, Dixie? No? Come on. You got a new home. Oh man. Take some pleasing new dogs too, I tell you. We bought a cooking pot not long back and a grill which is underneath that pot. Fits just perfectly. Shell's put together some veg and some beef. Got a bit of a stock going, and yeah, hopefully it'll be a nice casserole by later on today. What time is it now? 9:30. Well, we're done. We won't eat it until about 6, so I'd imagine it'll be well cooked by then. I'll have to just keep topping it up with water. But yeah, fingers crossed. We'll have dinner all cooked for when we get back tonight. Nice. So this is the packing gland at the end of the propeller shaft. This is the seal between the inside of the boat and the outside. So if it wasn't there, water would be pouring in. We was advised every service or each year to take that pin out that you've just seen me do on the end of the gland and pack as much grease in to that gland as possible, and it helps the longevity of the gland. Basically keeps it lubricated and stops any friction and from the propeller shaft spinning, and stops the rubber from wearing. Now there are different types of packing glands and how you grease them, so when you buy the boat, check on how you do that. For this particular one, like I said, you need to just do it annually or for every service, but some of them you need to grease them on every single journey that you've made after you've stopped, so please be careful on that. You don't want to damage that propeller shaft or that seal at all. Make sure your advice is from an expert and you've verified the advice as well, because this ended up probably being one of the most expensive mistakes that we made. We're not going to reveal what happened until later on in the series, probably around episode 75, the way things are going with my recordings. But yeah, it ends up being pretty expensive. Here's the grease that I'm using. It was a specific one that the mechanic asked me to get. So it's a Volvo Penta. So I've just put the radiator on the wall. Stickers are still on, just piped it up. Got the pressure to both of the valves, and then I started just to open it up just to get the water into the radiator. The vent was going, so I've tried to tighten the screw on the valve, which goes in the top corner, and the screw has either cross-threaded or it's not sealing off the vent at all. That's my problem.
I had a go at taking these nets down because we wanted to have the net, well, curtain type net thing up, but we didn't want to cover the vents, so I've hemmed these. It's the first time I've used this kind of stuff you iron on. I don't know how to describe it, but it seems to have worked alright. Look nice in the window. I've cleaned all the windows in the bedroom, got all the moss out so that the little holes are free for all the condensation. Radiator is in. It's nice and warm in here now. Bedroom complete.
Oh look, I've never seen some
Tiny. Oh, it's going to escape him.
Oh no.
He's lost two.
Will they come back? Yes.
Yeah. Mommy's shouting them. Don't tell that now.
Look at him. No, not me. They're having a bit of a fallout, Mum and Dad. I've got 13 kids to look after here.
I'm not surprised. He's just tried to bump He fell out with an end. It's the 24th of the 4th, 24 today. And I said I need to finish work at 4:24 on the 24th of the 4th of 24.
That's genius. Today's Shell's last day at work. How do you feel, Shell?
Mixed emotions.
Mixed emotions.
I'm happy and excited to get on our next adventure.
But
it's a little bit like
scary.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary.
But you know what? Water finds its level. I'm sure I'll find something to do. Looking after these pairs won. Especially after poor little Dixie Pooh's had her operation.
Yeah, she's got an operation tomorrow and she don't even know it. She's going to get spayed. Oh dear. My job this morning is making labels for all the fuse board wires or breaker board wires and all of the cables in the engine bay area. So we're looking at changing out the batteries, fitting a Victron distributor, a shunt so we can monitor how the batteries are performing and how much current is being drawn. What else am I going to fit? Oh, solar system. So labelling everything up, getting everything ready. And what I've done, I've labelled all the lives red and all the negatives black. I suppose you could say that's a bit of OCD, but it's going to be clear what cable's what if they're all black, because that's a common thing as well from what I've seen in some boats. So there we go. That's the start of today. Shell's on the settee.
I'm looking after Dixie.
Nursing Dixie. She's doing alright though, isn't she, Shell?
Yeah.
24 hours on. She's snoozing away, she's having a good sleep. I think Domino's doing the same as well. So this is how I've isolated my panels. Just drop a towel on top of them. Now the connections for the solar, you can just see, I'm sorry, I'm just trying to adjust myself so I can get into position properly. But as you can see, I literally just put my finger in there just to move the cable a little bit and it's broke apart. It's completely perished. The connectors are just exposed, so even though they've got IP65 rated boxing and stuffing glands, the rain's been getting in, I would imagine, in between the cables. They're not 100% waterproof in my eyes, to be honest, unless you're sealing it with a bit of silicone or something. But I wouldn't even do that. I wouldn't trust it outside. It's just not. It's not something I really guarantee as waterproof. But these type of things, ideally, they just need to be undercover. Now I'm just gonna disconnect the cables, check out the solar panels, and we can take it from there. Okay, that's one panel out. Took me about 10 minutes to disconnect it. Got this one to go, and then we got the two big ones. They're heavier than I thought they would be, actually. So what my plan is after that then is my new system is only going to have 3 panels, 175 watt, smaller than these as well. These are about 820 wide, so they're what are they long? nearly 1.6 meters long and 820 mil wide, and my new ones are only 600 smaller on the width, which is not going to work as far as the brackets are concerned. The brackets are individually fixed into the top of the boat and spread out across. So what my intention is to get some uni-strut. I'll show you what that is. So it's a metal tray basically. It's 21 mil deep and consists of some fixing holes at the top. My intention is to cut this to size. 2 panels can go here, and then the other one needs to be 1.5 meters, just under, and I can put that on that bracket then. I don't want to join it all together and keep it in one piece, because there's the centre line that I want to worry about, and I want to make sure that I can exchange the rope over either side of the boat. So that's my intentions there. This panel at the end of the boat will go, giving us then space to get onto the boat and get our poles and climb out of the locks if need be. So that's the intention for that loss of panel. Having 3175 watt will ultimately give us pretty much the same power as what we was having before, so we're at no loss, and at least the system will work now, because it's certainly not working at the minute. So I'm going to carry on anyway. This is the other junction box in between another set of solar panels. As you can see, there's water that's got in there as well. Inside the gland itself there's just a rubber seal that it pretty much chokes the cable as you tighten it up, but like I say, over time, vibration, if it's not tightened properly, they don't provide 100% waterproof connection, so be aware of that. Another thing I've also done in the past as well is I've drilled a small hole in the corner of the box. If it was sat like this at an angle, sorry I didn't look at the camera, if it was sat like this at an angle, you'd drill a hole here into the bottom corner and the water would just drain out then, so you wouldn't have that problem. But again, like I say, I don't really trust it, but there we go. So this is the cable from the last junction box, completely rusted up, look, not in good condition at all, and there's not much in there, but there are some moisture levels in there and some drips of water. One other thing I wanted to point out as well, the 2 solar panels, I believe were the end ones, the 2 100 ones, were wired in 2.5 cable. It's just not right. I just couldn't do it. It needs 6 mil solar cable, but this is 2.5 mil flex. Okay, that's all the panels disconnected. It looks strange actually without them now, but there we go. Took me about 30 minutes all in all. Tommy has just decided to stop on a random piece of grass and just do his thing. Are you ready?